Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Can you double edit?
I can't do it at full speed. I've been working for the last couple of weeks on like
Mm-hmm.
really trying to get get that pretty smooth, but I could tell you're doing something different, so I'm gonna try and do it without moving my cursor. I
Well,
think
and let me go ahead and tell you is like this is actually hard for me to do because I'm so used to triple editing. Like
right.
it's like the timing's off for me. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a big thing. Like timing is everything. Like I
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this at full speed right now because my timing's
Mm-hmm.
off. Or maybe I can, but it's taking me a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, without moving your crosshair.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay, that's really good to know because I've been moving my crosshair like crazy, thinking that's what it would
Mm-hmm.
take.
It's all timing
Uh huh.
because the thing is that uh that's the only reason I can do that is because my timing's good on it. I
Mm-hmm.
know right here that I can edit both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get that timing off, if
Right.
I get that timing off, then I might not be able to. So, one the first build thing that I want you to work on is double edits.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the second one, can you side jump?
I like 70% of the time. Yeah, I mean
Okay, that's
I've
good.
practiced it and now there's mantling. And so I used to do like a side jump where I would build underneath myself immediately, like I would jump up and
Mm-hmm.
then place a floor. But
Mm-hmm.
now it seems like it mantles instead of, I don't know, like that takes priority or something.
So, okay. So, hear me out. This side jump isn't necessarily good to do. Um, well, here I'll teach you this.
Okay,
The
yeah.
high wall, okay? The high wall side jump. This isn't bad. Okay, you jump up, you place two walls up, and then you look down. And you get a floor, and then you can build a ramp. And then
Okay,
so
yeah.
so it's just if somebody's ahead of you, you're just high walling.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting. Daughter just woke up. Here, sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, uh, dang it. No. Frickin' A. Let's see. Just, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Her on her sound machine is kind of blown, and it makes this little crackle
Oh,
every now and
really?
then, and it scares the absolute piss out of her, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
oh
bet.
my gosh.
How old are your
Okay.
kiddos?
Two. This one's two.
Uh huh.
I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Gotcha.
So this side jump, you don't have to edit through the cone, but it's just a high wall.
Uh huh.
And what that does is it just get it gives you an extra piece.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't now the problem with this side jump, this is just learning the mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm telling you to do this. Problem with this side jump is if this guy's here and he thinks you're gonna do it, he can take the wall. He can take the wall early and he can pre-piece it.
And then yeah, 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 yeah.
So that's why I do this. That's why I like you'll see me place a wall cone and place
Wait, do
the
that slowly. Do that
yeah,
slowly. I want to
yeah.
see what you're doing.
I'll place a floor and then a cone. I'll edit through the floor and then I place a wall through the cone.
Oh, interesting.
So that because if he's up here, now he can't place this wall. I took
Oh
that wall and I
gosh.
put it there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I do my
Jeez.
jump. And then is the other thing I don't like about this necessarily is all I am is right here.
Uh huh.
Like quite literally, I'm here. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I just went out to the side. I didn't even
Right.
jump.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like yeah. So it's not necessarily like the best thing,
Uh huh.
but but once you start learning how to side jump, then you can do this, which is a really good
Oh.
side jump. This side jump, if you notice, like if you look at this side jump right here,
Uh-huh.
when I'm done with this side jump, I'm just one layer above where I was.
Right.
But if I do if I do this side jump, I'm actually
1.5.
yeah, 1.5
Uh-huh.
exactly. And
Interesting.
I phased up.
Because we were already part of the way through your cone, so it just popped you up onto the cone.
Well, I'm it, the
Or
ramp
not cone.
phases
I mean
you.
ramp,
Yeah,
ramp,
yeah,
not
yeah,
cone. Yeah.
exactly. So like, yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
Yeah.
Since you're part of the way through your ramp, it phases you up a layer real quick.
Interesting.
So, so I do think side jumps are important because I think that side jump is really. Oops. I think that side jump is really good. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I think
Mm-hmm.
it's good to be able to phase yourself up a little bit. I
Yeah.
do that all the time. That's
Mm-hmm.
like one of my favorite things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like just say somebody's pressuring my wall. Oops, I just butchered it. But somebody's pressuring my wall. You know, now I'm up there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
real fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think you should work on side jumps,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the way to start is with the non-optimal one. Is just with, you know, you can. Sorry, that was still a good side jump. Like the way I learned was like this.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would just freaking place a floor cone, place the wall first to protect myself, and then,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then I learned the high wall after that, and
Mm-hmm.
I learned I should probably place a high wall, and then after that I learned this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might be able to figure this out. Like it's pretty technical. Instead of, but it's just, you know,
Yeah.
oops. I don't know if you think you're there yet, but
Uh, I feel comfortable with just a regular side jump, and I feel
mm-hmm,
comfortable throwing in like what you just did with that wall, placing that wall before you jumped. I didn't.
mm-hmm,
I mean, I've seen you play a lot, but I didn't know that's what you were doing. It's going so quick. I wasn't. I
mm-hmm.
wasn't realizing what you were doing. And I might be able to do that cone. It would take me a little bit, but or not the cone, but the ramp. I see what you're saying about getting you up so quick. That's kind of crazy.
It's like it was so hard for me to learn this, bro.
Uh
Like
huh.
so hard. Like, but like now it's like I can almost do it every time. You know what I
Uh
mean?
huh.
Like
Right.
it just feels natural.
Yeah.
Oops, yeah, I hit my head
I
there.
will say from a content perspective, when you kind of edit course the crap out of somebody, even unnecessarily, just to goof off, I love
Yeah.
watching it when you're doing that to people. I hate it when you did it to me, but I love when you want to do it to other
I
people.
I do that specifically for the freaking TikTok zero
Right.
pretend freaking you know,
Yeah.
they can't watch something for 5 seconds without getting
Exactly.
bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
it's like
hilarious.
I need to add a little flavor to it.
It's good content though. I love it. I mean I realize you're doing it because you know you're just kind of like messing with the guy who has no
Yeah,
idea what you're
yeah, yeah.
doing.
Um, let's see. Let's see if there's. Oh, okay. One more thing. One more
Mm-hmm.
thing
Okay.
that you should work on. Right now we got double edits, and then I gave you a whole different flavor of side jumps that you can work on.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most basic. This is the next level, the high wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then, oops, and then from there, I wouldn't even worry about placing the wall through there.
Mm-hmm.
I would just try to get, oops, I would try to get that one
Yeah. Okay.
without even placing the wall.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I've got those things, and then the other thing is tarping. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
just cone, wall, cone, wall, like something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to tarp like this.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's like pressuring you, and like you know they're gonna fight you, like what's like just say I just got freaking sniped. I know they're gonna key me. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna make 4 boxes like
Mm-hmm.
this, and now it's all my piece. He doesn't even know where I am. I could hide in a cone from here. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's a lot of things I could do, but that's essentially tunneling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like just being able to freaking tunnel.
Right.
So like, so if I were you, I'd come up with I'd come up with a routine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
boom, double edit, like do the side jump, and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe you can do something like that, double edit.
Oh, so
Okay,
like my
but
own little build edit
yeah,
course that
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
do over and over again. Okay.
You just do this over and over again,
Okay.
and then because that's essentially what I do. Like, I I've got a few. If you watch me play,
Uh-huh.
I do all of these different things, and I add them into. I just add them into rotation. I've got like a few different things that I do. I'll do a triple edit. I'll do that. I'll get up a layer. I'll do something like this,
Uh-huh.
and then I could start from scratch again. And
Mm-hmm.
then I can go back to a triple edit. I place a cone there, and then go back to this, go to a new one. Like these are all different. These are all different things that
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not just freaking free flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Like to an extent I am, but like when I do this, this is one thing, the triple edit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a whole other thing. This is the side jump. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then this right here, it this is like one move.
Yeah.
And essentially, it's taken me a while to put all of those together. But now when I do it, it really just feels like I'm doing one thing. I
Uh-huh.
took those six numbers and I made them one number.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's
I've
yeah.
memorized it as one number now. But it starts with taking those six numbers and turning them into three different two-digit numbers. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get comfortable with those, then it just becomes your full freaking six. Then it becomes whatever the six numbers
Right.
were.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's are you much of a reader?
not so much. I mean,
No.
to an extent.
Sure. There's a book. What you're saying feels like I'm inside this book. It's Josh Waitzkin, who was one of the greatest chess players of all time,
Uh huh.
and had a movie about him when he was a kid and stuff. And but he talks about how to him people try to figure out how can you think 17 moves ahead of somebody. He's like, I'm not
Hmm.
thinking about 17 moves. It's all just summer. It's just a summary. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's just two numbers. It's not 17 numbers,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
A
it
hundred
just
percent.
it feels very much like that. Which
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I like the idea of creating a build routine. I
Mm-hmm.
love watching you how you do your double edits. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's doable to learn, and that's
The
just watching you do the fact that your cursor's not moving.
Oh yeah.
That's a big improvement for me to realize. Okay, that's what the actual goal is for my cursor not to move,
Mm-hmm.
not to get good at moving it a lot.
Yes.
And I could see how that's going to pick up the speed a good bit. And then creating kind of my own build course with the things that I have learned, and kind of
Mm-hmm.
just kind of going through those routines. I've seen you do what you're doing right now. I didn't realize what you were doing. It just to when you're watching it without having slowed it down
Mm-hmm.
and explained it, is it feels like you're just freaking
Yeah,
going
it's just
going
I'm freaking going full
crazy.
speed. I'm
Yeah.
not. I've got like four or five. Here. I'll do it again. Look, triple edit. That's my sidewall. This is a retake. This whole thing is a retake, so this actually kind of does feel like one
Mm-hmm.
move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this right here does kind of feel like one move, but I freaking messed it up. That to this point
Jeez.
right here.
Uh
That
huh.
that is one move.
Yep.
That's like one thought. But
Uh
from
huh.
here, like you'll watch me. I'll do something like that, and then I'll get to this. This right here is a whole new thing.
Uh huh.
And then
Oh,
placing
interesting.
that, and then sprinting.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like I, I'm imagining. I'm actually. The reason I do that is I've created a scenario where there's a guy following me.
Uh huh.
I've coned him. Now I'm jumping up and I pieced him.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
That's why I'm doing that. There, it's like I'm thinking like and so I want to give you freedom too. Like whenever you're doing your stuff, like if you imagine like, hey, I've done this side jump, and then this guy's here, boom, place a cone,
Uh huh.
hit a pre-piece on him. You know what
Uh
I
huh.
mean? Like, you can come up with your own
Right.
scenarios too.
Uh huh.
Like, and then like like this right here, this is something like just being able to, like, this is a move that I've been working on. Um, but yeah, so you'll see me do a bunch of. It's just about stitching different things that you want
Right.
to improve on together.
Right.
But
It's,
yeah,
it's so crazy. I mean, I've been watching pro players so much over the years. I mean, but it's still crazy to see somebody who can do that so fluidly.
it's taken me a long time too,
And
bro. Like,
I feel I've it's something I want to be able to do. It's something that there's a lot of things I see people do inside Fortnite, outside of Fortnite. I'm like, well, good for you. That's fantastic. But the stuff you're showing me is stuff that I'm like, I can taste it. I can
yeah,
taste it.
yeah,
It's
you
right
can
there.
understand it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just like it's not meaningless. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not like I'm just mashing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I'll say is also be very aware of your movement. Whenever I was starting to do my triple edits, like I,
Yeah. Uh huh.
I would kind of, I would, S it maybe
Right.
to give myself, more time. Like,
Uh huh.
so I'm not at a point where I really do it anymore.
Uh huh.
But for a while, I used to push myself to the left a little bit so I could get this angle a little bit better.
Uh huh.
And then I push myself to the left. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so like, make sure whatever you're doing, you might have to play with your movement too, just to,
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to do it smoother,
Mm-hmm.
or before when I used to do triple A's, I used to slow down at one point. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
I knew I couldn't do it, and I didn't have the timing right, and then eventually I got fast enough to where I just had the timing right, and now I
Right.
don't have to slow down anymore.
Yeah.
But you might have to make changes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Tell
yeah.
me, I think now's the time. I am gonna change my um I've been feeling distinctly, like I said, that my having all those buttons on my mouse is
Mm-hmm.
it's uncomfortable to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't wanted to change it just because it's been like
Yeah.
that for years. But I think since I'm going to be really practicing some stuff, I'd rather practice on a new bind.
Something that's optimal. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more optimal. So
Um,
give me again. I think it's I can go look in your.
I can show you right now. Are you still
Actually,
recording?
I'm still recording. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So here's my sense. Here's my diagonals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if I go to my binds, these are my binds. WASD, completely normal. Jump, completely normal. I don't really use this sprint, but I have it there. I use
Mm-hmm.
caps for sprint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily love that I use caps, because whenever I press caps, sometimes I'll fat finger, I hit tab, and I tab when I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to sprint. And when I'm trying to sprint, it's usually an intense situation. It's
Right.
terrible
Right.
to tab out. Um, let's see. Crouch, I use Q. That's kind of not a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of people will
Okay.
use like C.
I think I have
I use C for reload.
shift. I think shift or control is mine.
Okay,
Crouch
control's
is
good.
two.
Control's great for crouch. That's a great crouch bind. I wouldn't change that if I were you. If you're already comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, C and R. Like, some people will use C for cone.
Mm-hmm.
I or sorry, for floor. They'll use C for floor
Mm-hmm.
and R for reload. I like R for floor, C for reload. It really doesn't matter. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, shift being cone is like one of the biggest ones.
Shift is your cone.
Yeah, shift.
Okay.
A lot of people use that. That's actually very optimal,
Okay.
and it's a big bind. It's one of the, that's the big piece one where you're trying to
Uh huh.
piece people.
Uh
It's
huh.
an easy one to hit, and you aren't. Yeah, shift as cone is really good. Um, stairs is my bottom mouse button. Wall is my top mouse button. Floor, I like R. Like I said, some people use C.
Mm-hmm.
V I use as one of my weapon slots.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting.
because I don't want to press 5. Like, 5 is uncomfortable for me to
Mm-hmm.
press, so I just use my thumb and I use V. Um,
Use your thumb.
hmm
Okay.
yeah, I just from
From
the
your
space
space
bar.
bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Place building. I don't know if this actually helps, but supposedly if you use like 2 buttons while you place building, you're more likely to get the wall or hold the wall.
S-
I don't know if that's true.
okay.
It's like an input delay thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
if your mouse is sending a signal, if you press them at different times, it could potentially reduce that signal in half. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you're sending twice the amount of pulses. I don't know if it
Mm-hmm.
works like that. Somebody said that. I changed it to that. I don't even always use this. Sometimes I do. Like if
Okay.
somebody's trying to take my wall,
Uh-huh.
I'll hold wall and I'll just hold both down.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if that's true. I don't use rotate building because back when I was on controller, I freaking
Uh-huh.
uh or maybe when I was learning, I don't know. It was just too much to think about, so
Right, right.
I never used it. Um, Z change building material. Um, I'm I don't hate that bind. I'm not completely in love with it,
Uh-huh.
but it's pretty easy to do. Like, um, and it's in a you know non-crowded spot.
Mm-hmm.
Edit. I like using E, and then you use scroll wheel reset, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So E and scroll down. Uh, and then reset. This one's big. I don't know if you use this. Reset
Reset.
for the scroll wheel.
I think I have it on
Scroll
the
wheel
scroll
down.
wheel.
This one right here. This is how I can reset just by hitting my right mouse button,
Okay.
and then I jump and I click that.
Oh, okay. I'll have
So
to experiment with that.
it's really nice because now I can
Okay. I see what you're
edit
saying.
I can edit from this
Mm-hmm.
to this without having to confirm in between or anything.
Oh, okay. I'll have to experiment with that to fully
That was a
understand it.
game
But yeah, I
changer.
could see that's a big deal.
That's about the only thing I use it for is these cones.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I think it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Uh, I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
Fantastic.
yeah,
Man,
yeah, man.
huge. Thank you. This was even more helpful than I had anticipated. I didn't know what to expect, but man, yeah, you've
Yeah,
definitely given me some things that I could see that I can work on. They're not so far away from what I'm doing that they're
yeah.
kind of my next step, which is
Um,
huge.
let me send you um those Kovacs scenarios.
Yeah, I already have it. It's already pulled up and up on my screen, so I'll have to
Yeah, I think I can copy and paste. I'm not exactly. You might have to play with it and how to do it,
okay.
but I think I can like share the specific routines with you.
Okay.
Let me see. So these ones
And where are
share
these
code.
coming from? They're like code maps, kind of like almost like a Fortnite map or something.
Yeah, well, these scenarios are all in the game, but this is like a playlist. It's like
Oh, gotcha.
they're
Okay.
all put in a row,
Uh-huh.
for a certain amount of times for,
Gotcha.
you could do them however you want.
Okay.
But this one right here is pump aim, I think. And then um this one right here is uh smoothness.
Okay.
Um okay. And I think to get those, I'm not exactly sure. I think all you do is you go into online scenarios, online playlists maybe, and enter playlist share code. You could like search for it there, I think. Yeah, I think you got to go to online playlists and then you search the share code down here.
Okay.
Look for it.
Perfect.
Um, yeah.
Well, perfect. Saloodz,
Yeah,
how
man.
fantastic. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm really looking
Yeah,
forward
dude. Absolutely, man.
to doing it and then finding you in game and killing you with everything that you just told me about.
Watch it, watch it, watch it. All right, brother. Hey, man. You have a good day, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, man, in
I
so
look
many
forward to
ways.
see. Hey, dude. Like, hear me out, dude. Like, you almost killed me, dude. That one time we fought, like you freaking hit
Yeah.
me. You actually almost killed. I was like really worried
I,
for a
I've
bit,
re,
man.
I've
Like,
re, I've replayed that so many times in my mind. that
yeah,
that
I
moment,
almost
I mean,
died though.
that's an epic moment for me, and just in my Fortnite career and streaming career, obviously. But that that moment, and then watching you play, and then going into your stream was such a fun moment for me.
Yeah,
And discovering
absolutely,
you.
man.
My problem now, literally this morning, I was 45 minutes late to streaming because I was just watching your
You're just
stream. I'm like,
watching, yeah.
I'd kind of just rather watch him, but I guess I'll go stream because my community
Nah,
is starting to
you're
DM me.
cozy streamer, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the comfort streamer, man. They
That's
love
what
it,
I
dude. It's
hear.
awesome.
It's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
you, Saloons. I'll be seeing you around, and thanks for taking the
absolutely,
time to do
brother.
this.
Hey, listen, I'm probably gonna be rolling through Huntsville. Like, I mean,
Oh,
I'm not exactly sure when, but
oh,
like we're always trying to go to Huntsville. Like,
yeah,
I hadn't like gone there a lot for work,
yeah.
but I just started working a new program where like I think like a lot of it's out of Huntsville. So
Great.
um
Well, hey,
next time
if
I'm
you're
there,
in the
I'll let you
area,
know.
let me know. And if you need a
Yeah.
place to stay and a good cup of coffee, we've got that too. So just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, let
Well,
me know.
shoot, I don't know if you know. I work for the government. I don't know if you knew that,
Oh
but
no, uh-uh.
yeah, yeah. So the government,
They hook you up.
yeah, yeah, they hook up the places to stay and all that.
They
But a
can't
good
have
cup
as
of
good they
coffee,
can't
like
have as good a cup of coffee as I do. So
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll hook you up.
Yep, yep.
All
All
right,
right, brother.
man. Well, I
Take
appreciate
it
you.
easy, man. All right, see you, dude.
Bye.